From cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the boss that's here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's hard from here. Office gossip, Twitter jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. You jump and jump, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Management schemes and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa have seen it all. From cubicle fights to the bathroom stall brawls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here. From the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here. So grab a seat, it's horror premiere.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of I Hate It Here. My name's Erika. Oh, I couldn't hear you.
I'm Marissa. Hey there. We're back.
God damn it.
Can't win, guys. Can't win.
All right, well, welcome to, and thank you for hopping on the Hotmess Express.
All aboard. Welcome to the Hotmess Express. Choo choo.
One day,
I'm going to get my shit together. I promise.
We'll have our shit together. Oh my gosh. Marissa, how's it going for you?
It's been some weeks, man. It's been nice and quiet in my household because we are down one person. My mom went to go visit back home. So it's always nice to get another teenager out of the house, which is always nice. Love her.
Always so peaceful.
But it's peaceful. So it's been great. But yeah, man, just running and gunning with the kids and the activities. We were just talking about that earlier. Mm-hmm. Activities and practices and things, that and the other. And just busy schedule. Can't complain much.
I still can't get over Marissa. Marissa and I were talking earlier about the kids' activities, right? Like how they're doing, mm-hmm. blah, blah, blah. So she was telling me that her son has to take summer school mm-hmm. because wrestling's taking up a lot of time. So he needs to like fill his curriculum, right? Like fulfill it to graduate, or mm-hmm. right? That being said, she's telling me the price of fucking summer school, how much it costs for summer school. And I was flabbergasted.
When I was paying that bill, my flappers were gasted, girl. It was ridiculous.
First of all, I can't believe that you have to pay for summer school. Like I told you, like mm-hmm. I didn't, when I went, I didn't have to. And I would take like additional courses in the summer mm-hmm. and whatever, right? When I did go. But we didn't pay, and then free, like not only, and she asked, she's like, how much do you think? And she gave me that look like it's expensive. And I'm like, $100. She's like, more. Marissa, tell them how much you had to pay for a fucking summer school class, because I just can't.
Yeah. So keep in mind, guys, this is not even for like a college credit class. This is not for none of this stuff, right? This is because he has to make space for, so again, for all of you, I don't think I've ever shared this, but for all of you that don't know, which I've never talked about this live, my son does wrestling. So in order for him to continue to wrestle, he has to have wrestling as part of one of his classes. Well, that means that he's going to have to make up some of the curriculum during summer school, because he's in he's in one of these programs. So when they go to high school, they have these like curriculums that they build, like if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be an engineer, if you want to be in, whatever the case may be. So they have to, like, all of their classes are booked before they even start high school. Like all of their years are booked with classes, and that builds the foundation to get them to that like prelim of whatever it is that they want to do. So because my son wanted to do wrestling, and one of those has to be put now through summer school. Again, coming where I never had to pay for summer school, I never had to do any of that. They had to break it up because he needs the full credit for the full year. So they break it up in 2 sessions, one for each semester. Guys, I had to pay $420, so $210 for each one of the semester for him to get a credit. And if I don't pay that money, then he can't fulfill the program and he gets dropped. Keep in mind, this is not like one of those like specialized courses where he's like, oh, if I don't take this, I can't, because he wants to be a vet. Like, I won't be able to be a vet. This is his fine arts credit, guys. So I had to pay $420 for an art credit, which I'm fuming about.
That is wild to me. I know. And Tia put in the chat, Erika said, hell no to crotch goblins. They're expensive. I have ankle goblins, Tia, 2 of them. I don't know if you're aware, but I'm a single mother of 2 twins.
Yeah.
And they are expensive as fuck. I don't know how I would be able to afford if they had to actually go get educated.
It's rough out of these streets, guys.
It reminds me of that little meme where like somebody's like, I don't understand how my coworkers afford their kids off of this thing paycheck that we make. That's exactly how I feel sometimes. I'm just like, what the fuck? The cost is so like it's obscene. And then Adam even put in the chat, and that's exactly what I said, Adam. That's more than community college. I was like, what the fuck? This is like college course credit. This is expensive.
I was like, you better come out with some beautiful fucking art after this.
You better be the next fucking Van Gogh or
listen. I'd rather be seeing that shit in the fucking museum somewhere because that is a lot of money.
Oh yeah, so that's what Marissa's ranting about this week.
Yes,
that's her take.
Expensive, and we were talking about this too. Like all of these parents that have like 4 or 5 of them in like competitive sports, competitive cheer, competitive dance. All like, how do they do this?
Dude, and in our hood, a lot of families in this community are 3+ kids.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's wild. So wild. Yeah, no, it's crazy, guys. Like, I love my kids. I have to always say that. Love them to death. But
disclaimer, I do love them, but
I do love them as much as I complain about. I do love them, and they know that. But Jesus Christ, like that is a payment, guys. So I was like, dude, that's like a car payment right there. Like, that's insane. And thankfully, I will say, thankfully, they're not in competitive stuff, right? Like he's doing it for the high school wrestling team, so on and so forth. He does do an extracurricular outside of that, which is not as bad, but still, like everything adds up. And I don't know how they do it. Seriously. So if you all are parents out there that you all have your kids in competitive stuff and you guys have, or you know, parents like that, tell me the secret because it is insane.
Got to mortgage take out a second mortgage on your home for these kids. Fuck that. That's crazy. Let's see. What do I have to bitch about?
Yeah. What do you got going on?
Guys, I fucking love to rag on this person. I'm sorry. I just do. I've talked about her. I've ragged on her on this show plenty of times. And I ragged on her on my station head show, my music show 2 weeks ago with that whole Blue Origin bullshit. We didn't discuss it on this show, but the Blue Origin where the 6 ladies got sent to space.
Oh,
Jeff Bezos.
That was a fucking murder plot that went wrong. Like, I'm not convinced that he was not trying to get rid of his fiance. And he was like, yeah, pack 5 other bitches in there.
Are they married now? I don't know.
I don't know.
I fucking couldn't with that whole fucking scenario, right? Of them going up, edging the atmosphere, coming right back down for 11 minutes, fucking saying they're astronauts.
First of all, astronauts, I'd punch a bitch in the face. Because if I spend a lot of this time, money, studying, getting degrees, being all of the shit that actually goes into being an astronaut, and some bitch went on a penis ship and just surfaced the space and then came back
to the atmosphere. That's all they did.
They edged it and then they came back down, and she's calling herself an astronaut. We're gonna fight.
Get the fuck out of here, right? So I totally went off 2 weeks ago. I went on this crazy rant on my music show for Station Head about this, and the gall and the audacity of fucking Gail, like being so offended that people were offended that they did this, right? Because they came back down. They're calling themselves astronauts, while real female astronauts are getting scrubbed off the fucking NASA website, which I just makes like infuriates me to no fucking end. And then having the gall to be like, have you been? No, Gail, we can't afford fucking eggs. You think we're going? Do you think we have money to go edge the atmosphere? No, get the fuck out of here. Like, go, like,
Gail, some of us are paying $420 for summer school. No, we can't afford to edge the fucking atmosphere, bitch.
No, right? And then, of course, my favorite pop artist. I rag on her so much. I know, guys, but Katy Perry irks me to no fucking end. And I've never liked her. Like, there was always just something about her, right? That I was just, and again, I have to preface it with, like, you guys know I love my pop girlies. Love my little pop girlies. Love Miley, love Ariana, Britney. Like, just, I'm down for them, right? But then, of course, there's some that I'm just like, the fuck not, right? And Katy Perry is one of them. She's very high on that list. Like, I think maybe she's top of that list, right? Just because when she came out, she was like super try hard, very I don't know, her, like, she always came off weird in her interviews. I just have never taken a liking to her, right? But with all this Blue Origin bullshit, I did not know what a vile person she was. Did you know that she was like put 2 nuns out of their home? And it's fighting like in California. I guess they had a comment, right?
Okay.
And that she wanted to purchase the land in this house, and they didn't want to sell. So she took them to court for years, draining them of all their finances. And they were in court, and one of the little nuns died in court, Marissa.
No.
In court, and her last fucking words were like, Katy Perry, stop. And then she died.
That's okay. That's very dramatic. Not gonna lie. I mean, that's wow. That's like, whoo.
Yeah.
But also, like, that's shitty. Like, is there no other fucking land that you can buy? You have unlimited resources that most of us fucking mere mortals and peasants don't have. So how bad do you, like, what's the purpose of that? Is it just, I want this and I'm going to get what I want? Because if so, like, there's plenty of other places that you could have bought land from instead of doing this to nuns, out of all people.
Exactly. Okay, so that happened with the nuns, and then now there's, I don't know, god damn it, guys, I fucking me and my memory, I already forgot, because I read about this 2 weeks ago. But there's another man that's like 80 years old, and she's trying to buy his house. I don't know if she's still fighting him for it, or she actually was able to take over it. But like, same thing, has been draining him in court for years to get his property, right? Poor man's in like the hospital, like he's on deathbed, and she's still fucking trying to take his property, or did take his property. But they even made a fucking law in California called the Katy Perry law that helps like seniors, like there's some sort of like like if it's stopgap or something from like that, like for a couple days of their purchase going through or something like that, in case they change their mind. But like, they named a whole law after this person because of how vile she is, right? That she had done her whole show in Vegas, and I had heard she wasn't so nice, and I mean, typical like star behavior or whatever, right? Yeah. Then this whole fucking she started working. She did that trash album of hers with the Dr. Luke recently, where it was about women empowerment. Remember, it was all supposed to be about women empowerment after he supposedly essayed Keisha and has done all these terrible things, and she's working with him on a fucking album that's supposed to be about women empowerment. Then she did this whole Blue Origin nonsense, right? And then now she's on her tour, which she stole the idea from Tay-Tay, from Taylor Swift. It's called the Lifetimes Tour, some shit like that, right? But it's supposed to be like Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Okay. Or comparable to where she's playing like all her music from the decades, blah, 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 right?
Okay.
And the videos that have come out, guys, of this show is I can't. I'm only going to show you one because, and I'm going to have to, fuck, I'm going to have to mute it. As a matter of fact, I just reminded myself, because of YouTube and like the music licensing, right? So I can't really show you guys too many of them. But if you guys have not seen this clip because it's gone viral, I need you to watch.
Okay.
I need you to watch, and you're going to be on my team. So
Okay.
let's put this on. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys. Just look at her dance steps. It's just going to be her dancing because, again, I can't have the music on, or they'll take off the episode. But here we go. What is that? Rocket, like shaking her ass.
No.
That's the best move she has. I mean, she has a great body, but
Oh no.
and I pulled the wrong clip. I just noticed, because at the end of that clip, like she like gives herself like the I did such a great job when she turned around, and then does this like death drop. It's just completely terrible, guys. I picked the I don't know why I added the wrong one. Or accidentally added the wrong one. But the clip I was going to show was a little longer. It was going to show you the end where she like does a death drop that, like the drag queens will like spin around and just split and fall, right?
Yeah.
No, she has like two people help her down. And then she's a hot fucking mess, guys, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, we could tell from the clip that you played, we could tell. What is that?
What? Her dancing?
Yeah.
I mean, ma'am, you should have spent more time learning your dance steps and trying to edge space with your little fucking Daisy and trying to singing It's a Wonderful Life in that fucking space ride. No, the fuck not, Katy Perry. And then if you start looking at her clip, like you start going down the rabbit hole of her tour, you're going to see her like fighting some, like it's like, so the whole concept behind her tour or the stage is that it's a video game. So every decade she like levels up, but she has to like fight these like aliens, and she has to get all these like get a heart at the end of each level to fight like the big person or the big creature or whatever at the end, right? Which
Okay.
how does that make sense with like I kissed a girl, right? It doesn't. It just it just doesn't. But she's like fighting like an HVAC pipe. She's like, guys, this looks so.
What the fuck?
This giant pipe that comes out, and it looks like an HVAC pipe. I'm not gonna lie. It's like throws out steam, and she's got these like double-sided lightsaber that she's trying to fight. It's just horrendous. It is horrendous, and I beg you to go down and go to Instagram. Go look at some of these videos on TikTok. It's just ridiculous, and I'm here for it. I am here for the Katy Perry hates.
I mean, I've never been a fan, but I don't get it. She doesn't dance well. She doesn't sing great. Like, she's not phenomenal at anything. She's the white J-Lo, I feel like. Overhyped, can't do really much of anything, and just marries people. Because she's been more famous to me, at least, for her relationships than her like music or anything else that she's done. Honestly, so yeah.
I know. And let's see, what does the chat have to say about my Katy Perry hate, and then we'll move on.
It looks like, well, Adam's saying, "Fuck to the no, I will not go edge space, even if it's free." So fuck that. Not in those words. He said it so much kinder, but Dimitri's wondering about Katie's titties and how they responded to this trip space. James from Pedro says, to the tune of Firework, because she is the fucking worst. Wish they shoved her in the dirt. Damn. Hate with a capital H, and I like it. Dimitri says, I'm reading the story about Katy and the old man, and I think the old man is full of shit because it happened to me before. Ooh, say more.
Oh, I know, Dimitri. Now we need scoop.
Yeah. James from Pedro says, even John Mayer was like, nah, bro, ain't worth it. Even that magical rack, at some point, she's going to open her mouth and talk.
I know. I know.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. And then I'm sorry, I have to go back to the Blue Origin just because I fucking can't let it go. And then one of the things that Gail said, because now Gail's on my shit list. Gail is on the list.
First of all, why was she never on the list? Because she's never been an ally for nothing. She's always been very sus and very weird. I just don't like Gail.
She's an ally for Oprah. And if you had that much money, Marissa, I'd be up your ass too.
Yeah, no shit.
It would be all about Marissa and the Marissa Network. But anyhow, so she was talking about how part of the mission up there was trying to make the earth better, right? Like they're trying to clean up earth and never mind all the fossil fuel and all the emissions and everything that little 11 fucking minute ride costed, right? But she said what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the garbage from Earth and send it to space. Let's just go. We've totally torn up this whole freaking planet. Let's just
send it to space. Let's just
space and the rest of the galaxies and see what happens. Let's just go put our trash up in there.
Don't we already though? With all the people, with all the times that we launch shit into space,
all the satellites that are just floating.
Yeah.
But they want to all the land fill stuff, put it in trash bags and send it up there. I don't know.
So they just want dirty diapers out in space.
Just wild.
Wow.
Wild. So out of touch, so crazy. And I just
in situations like this, I realize that I'm not that dumb. I might not be an astronaut, a physicist, a mathematician, but
it makes you feel like such a scholar, right? When you hear these people talk.
At least I'm not trying to send trash into outer space because environment. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I know. It's just crazy. But anyhow, Marissa, let's keep going. Intergalactic landfills everywhere. I know. And that's when when things like this happen, I'm just like, where the fuck are these ocean aliens? Where are these drones that were coming in?
They're hiding from us, girl, because if I had an option, I'd hide from us too.
And where is that? This I forgot what they were called. God damn it! I sent Coop the story. When they went under the pyramid, you know how they found these staircases under the pyramid, and they supposedly found these weird bodies out there, whatever. How come they don't wake up and just take us out?
Because they want no part of this. They're like, they will wipe each other out.
Come on. Anyhow, let's get the show on the road, Marissa. We have not done it's been a very long time since we've done a work story.
It has. Yeah.
So let's jump into that first.
All right.
Okay. So it starts with, I'm having an issue with the coworker who I find deeply irritating and frankly am embarrassed to professionally be associated with. I have reported her more egregious actions to our manager and I'm sorry, I lost my place because of the ad. Sorry, guys. I reported her actions to our manager after my second complaint, started documenting behavior, but I don't know what is actionable and what is petty and interpersonal. I am also having trouble feeling confident in my judgment in this because she is very well liked by everyone but me and is currently being pursued for a full-time position within the company in a different department. Oh, don't you hate when that happens? Everybody's fooled by that one person.
It's always that one. Everybody loves me, and she's the garbage human being every time.
I don't know if they're aware of how she is, but I assume so. She's not shy. I'm gonna call her Kevina after the glorious, infamous Kevin. Oh, and then it links to another story, so I don't know who that Kevin is, but Kevina is what they're calling her. My coworker has a habit of saying things that are inappropriate inflammatory, or politically charged because she thinks it's funny. It's constant. I have made 2 complaints to our manager about her behavior so far because they seemed actionable. The first complaint was when she was bragging about using a random website to find part of my social security number.
I'm sorry. What? A random website to find out part of my social security number?
Yep.
Okay, then that's not, oh, haha, I just
No,
say crazy shit. Like,
No.
this is psycho behavior.
that's crazy.
That is wild.
We have access to a system that contains thousands of people's social security numbers, including my own. So this felt like something I should tell my boss. The second complaint was when Kavina came into the office and told us all the reasons she thinks businesses should be able to refuse service to gay people loudly while standing 5 feet away from a customer. Okay, first of all, she has access to all these like people's social security numbers, and she's going in there like that has to be some sort of violation.
It
That
sounds like it should. Yeah.
absolutely should be a violation. You and I have worked in an industry that is super heavily regulated,
Correct.
and we can't even
Mm-mm.
access member information.
No. You
No.
you can't access personal information like that because it's
No.
like that's heavily punished if you do.
Yeah. After each complaint, my boss acknowledged that she knows Kavina says inappropriate things and that she would, quote unquote, talk to her. 3 days after the second report, Kavina starts the shift quiet until she makes a 9/11 joke and moves a stapler through the air while making airplane noises with her mouth and tries to get others to set up water bottles to be her twin towers. They refuse. Guys, that's crazy that they're not dealing with this person.
What what the fuck?
30 minutes later, she starts telling us in detail how to make a capless water bottle into a dangerous projectile in response to hearing an event hosted by our employer is going to be capless to prevent bottles being used as dangerous projectiles. So we're going to go to a work event where they're taking off the caps so that we're not tossing them. But let me show you a way to work around this so that you can toss them to our leadership.
It sounds like she's the reason why they're going capless. Like she
Probably.
is the reason why they're doing that.
That was after the second talk, according to my boss. I'll include other examples of things she has said at the end for transparency, but it's just a lot. I'm leaving in 2 months anyway, so I'm not interested in making this situation better for myself. I'm purely interested in making an HR complaint because it's absurd that she's gotten away with acting like this for so long, and my manager needs some checking up on for allowing it. That's just my opinion, though. And I'm doubting myself a bit here. What sorts of things do you consider worthy of documenting for HR that aren't overly illegal, and what would be just be interpersonal? Also, my complaints would have to be waterproof because she's autistic, and my company has a history of dismissing complaints against people with disabilities, including a sexual harassment complaint against her, according to her. Okay, I mean, there's protections around people with disabilities, but they're also a liability. Like there has to be some sort of fine line and boundary.
Correct.
And
Correct.
I mean, if people are getting away with it, saying that they can do shit like that because they're autistic, like fuck, sign me up. I'm gonna start using that line too.
Immediately, girl.
Why did you just bitch slap this person? I was stimming. I'm autistic. Just randomly.
Just and then sorry. That's crazy. That, and it's sad because this is the type of person that ruins it for people that actually need that protection, right? Mm-hmm. She's the one taking advantage of this, using it to her benefit, doing all of these things that are clearly wrong, and she clearly knows they're wrong because she's doing this. It seems like she's doing it full force, knowing that it's wrong, getting attention. Like it's not that she doesn't understand that she's in the wrong. It's that she knows she is, and that she's still doing it to make people uncomfortable. So that is crazy that they're still allowing that while, yes, I get it. Sometimes people don't have a filter, especially autistic people. They just say things off the rip. It is what it. But it sounds like she knows what she's saying because she's trying to get like people to put up 2 water bottles. Like, what's wrong with her?
That
Like,
is,
yeah,
she's trying
like
to get people involved in her shenanigans. So
exactly,
it's methodical.
exactly.
Here are those extra examples for context. In the past, she has told the whole office, including our boss, that she drives drunk and how dangerous she finds it. Talked about her gambling addiction and losses, her wish to open a gun store that gives free alcohol with gun purchases. We should build a wall between our department and another, and attributes complaints to Biden's America. Asks the veterans in the adjacent office if specific guns can actually kill people.
So she's a MAGA.
Yeah.
I mean,
She has since obtained a firearm that she keeps a secret from her roommates.
oh, yikes.
She went around the office asking for a razor blade so that she could cut and snort a pack of Smarties, and then did it.
The fact that she went through with it, I'm kind of impressed.
I would have been like, do more, girl. Have at it. Let's see what happens.
Do a whole pack. You want me to bring you more? I'll bring more.
I'm like, we're doing this for science, guys. Like, let's go. I'd be cheering her on. Off the desk, and she did it, but she did it off the desk in the customer facing front office. So people could have just walked in and she's snorting.
Wow.
She's sent someone about 3 levels up from us a Slack asking if she can drink non-alcoholic beer on the clock. On multiple occasions, said that our theme for the office decor competition should be the January 6th insurrection.
She's just proving my point.
Yep. Spent about 3 weeks asking every male courier who came in the office if they were single and wanted to date a single mom. If nobody tells her to stop, it's sexual harassment. She tried to gather coworker support for a free Diddy walkout and told a coworker who just told a lighthearted story about her teenage son doing something silly that she should follow the American tradition and beat him with a belt and hang him upside down from a drying rack. She's mentally ill, guys.
She just needs to get her ass whooped. Honestly.
She also started saying, "Oh, my shaman God," in a weird voice as sort of a prayer. I honestly don't know why that started. That might be just annoying. I've omitted a lot of things that's probably just annoying and a few similar to what I've listed because it's been constant for months. Again, thank you for any semblance of sanity you could provide. She's nuts, and her job is crazy for protecting her.
She is absolutely nuts, but also, how has nobody ever filed a lawsuit against this company for her? Like, because of her? Does that make sense? Like, the crazy remarks, the crazy things that she says, like, that's insane. And the fact that they don't do anything about it, and that there's been people that complain before about it, and she just gets away scot-free. Either one, she's related to someone, she did someone in the company, like something's happening because
there has to be a reason why she's being protected.
Yeah.
You and I worked with somebody who said some pretty awfully racist things, and we reported her ass and nothing happened to her, but she wasn't snorting Smarties or trying to do free Diddy walkouts or recreate fucking 9/11. That would have put me over the edge.
I think I would have hit her, honestly. If it gets to that point, I'm hitting you. Like, it's a lawless land. If this is allowed to happen, I'm allowed to hit you. I'm sorry.
We're just going straight for the violence.
Yeah, I mean, if HR saying that type of behavior is allowed, then why me slapping her is not allowed? Like, that makes no sense.
My question, though, like, she keeps referring this information, like telling her manager. Is she like also telling HR, or is she just reporting it to her manager and her manager's not doing any like reporting it to HR? I don't know. I don't know if that what's happening, but I would have gone straight to HR if the manager didn't do anything after the second time.
Absolutely. After the first time, you don't do anything, you go to HR. Like, especially when you already have your out, you know that you're leaving in 2 months, and you know it's not like, oh, I don't want to. Clearly, it's not a place that you want to come back to because they protect this type of behavior and they condone this type of behavior, right? So, what relationships are you trying to keep? Burn the bridge. Like, just who cares if it's petty? Who cares if it's like go out there and just put it all out there so that they know. And it's not about you making a difference for yourself because it doesn't matter anymore. But now it's on them to do something, right? And again, all of those things just seem like a liability. Like that, the fact that she told her, the fact that this lady said, I went to a third party site to look up part of your social security number. Like I would call the cops. I'm sorry, but that is fraudulent behavior. Like you're trying to take my identity. I'm pressing charges. That's crazy.
I forgot that one. I forgot like all the list of shit that she did. I forgot that was the very first thing, and that's why she reported her to begin with. Yeah, no, I would have gone straight to HR after that. First one.
And the fact that she's like, "Oh, I have a gun, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do," like that is not safe behavior. Like,
no, it's not. It's not, especially knowing that she has a weapon and at any given day could bring it into the office when she's that unstable.
Absolutely.
No, that's crazy that they're protecting her, and good for her for like leaving and finding somewhere else to go, but also bad on that company, man. That's crazy.
That is insane. But it's always these companies, man. Always. Shell says, hear me out. She sounds like someone I know with fetal alcohol syndrome. Seriously. I mean, could be. This bitch just got a lot of problems.
Definitely something wrong with her. And like I said, she's not mentally stable. She should not be working around people like that or in that type of environment.
No.
But again, I mean, there has to be boundaries about protecting people just because they have a disability. That's crazy. That's crazy that they allow this behavior. It's crazy that it's not being reported. Nothing's being done about it. She's out of her fucking mind. And she's going to snap. And then what are they going to do?
Right. And they're endangering everybody else because the fact that she's out there asking for fucking razor blades, like what? First of all, who the fuck does that? Talking about guns, like now I feel threatened. Like that's insane.
Who the fuck gave her that razor?
I don't know if she got the razor blade.
I have one in my purse. Here you go.
Hold on a minute. I don't know. And I think Dimitri agrees with you. The fact that a random person had a razor blade at work is troubling. I mean, it just sounds, honestly, the razor blade was the least of my concerns when she's employed there and she's doing all this crazy shit. Like the razor blade at that point seems normal. Like, yeah, somebody would have a razor blade in that environment. Like,
and give it to her.
Yeah.
Be stupid enough to give it to her. I mean, I still really think the free Diddy walk is fucking insane, but it cracked me up. Like, lady.
Half of these are crazy.
All right, Marissa. So what else did the chat say? And then we'll move along because the next story, like this story was crazy, but the next story is so diabolical that we need to get into it.
All right. It looks like Katie says, if everyone genuinely likes this person, needs to get a new job because reporting her to HR won't work. LMAO. Yeah, that's true. When you have that person that like, oh, she's great, and everybody looks over the quirky shit they do, or that's how they are, nothing's ever gonna get done, guys. So just food for thought. Adam says, what if she had Tourette's? But I feel like people would know, right? Because if you're talking crazy, like if you have Tourette's, I want HR to like be like, listen, this bitch is gonna say some wild shit. It's just Tourette's, like it's fine. Then I'd feel more at ease. I'd be like, oh, it's fine. but she sounds like a ticking time bomb, which Katie says this girl is a ticking time bomb. Pete asks, are they on candid camera? Adam says she's a 12-year-old boy with ADHD. Let's see. I think James from Pedro asked the same question. I wonder how this, how she must have dirt on someone and power, which absolutely agree. Let's see. Some people get away with it, and that's the real issue. 100%. Let's see. That's it. I think everyone agrees though that it's crazy that this is happening.
It is nuts. And you know what? We've got our good buddy Dimitri that popped on, so let's get him up. Hey, Dimitri, how are you?
Hello. I just had a really quick story about a situation like that. So there was this lady, I used to work for the phone company, and my team worked nights, and we were on the 3rd floor by ourselves. So this lady on the day shift got fired, and she was like, I have a gun. Maybe I'll come back and teach everybody a lesson.
Oh.
So I spoke to my director. I was like, hey, you guys have a legit security guard here during the day. The building is full of people. At night, we're by ourselves. We need a security guard. The security guard he gave us was like 80 years old. So I walked downstairs one night. It's probably 1 a.m, and the security guard is asleep. So I'm like, you didn't hire a security guard. You just hired the first victim. She's still going to come upstairs and then kill the rest of us. And for a little while, we got a legit security guard, but after it died down, they let him go. And I quit. So that's that.
Wow.
That's insane. But they didn't fire her? They didn't, she kept working?
They fired her.
Okay.
But where our building was, it was kind of isolated at night. So, and we're on the 3rd floor. We can't hear anything. So.
Right.
So she goes up there.
Yep.
You're fucked.
That's all.
That's all. You know what? Working in Vegas, I don't work with this, anybody this crazy. And in the industry, in the service industry and hospitality, there's a ton of crazy people. I don't think I ever worked with somebody this nuts. I would have.
Well, this was in Denver, though. This was there. So there's a bunch of crazy people with guns in Denver. Denver is like liberal Texas. So, or liberal. Yeah. Colorado's liberal Texas. And those people have guns. They hunt and they mean what they say sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
And free Katy Perry.
A free Why free Katy Perry? You just want to get me mad, is what you're trying to do.
I'm saving it now because now that I've researched this, tune in Tuesday for 3 the Hard Way.
Yes, absolutely, you guys. If you pitch your show, let them know when you're on.
I'm not doing that. But I'm going to pitch this story to Tia to see if she'll let us do it because I have experience with this. Old people, they're so wise and everything until they're not. And then, so.
All right, well, save it. Talk about it on your show, which is your YouTube show, 3 the Hard Way, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. Figure it out in your time zone with Jen Glenn and your wife, Miss Doreen, who made our beautiful cups. Once again, we love them. Yay. Totally love them. Love her. And you guys, it is so funny. It's such a good show. I was not able to watch this Tuesday, but I did catch the replay, I should say. And the part I hate about watching the replays is that you're not active in the chat. So I'm sitting there talking shit to you guys and I can't really put it in the chat or so as much as I love seeing you guys, I have to do it live because it just, that whole like element of it gets taken out, and I just feel like a crazy old person just yelling at my laptop.
Like the people Katy Perry was dealing with.
Yeah. But yes, I'm curious to know what the story is about. So yes, talk about it on Tuesday.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you guys. And now back to your show.
Oh, bye, Dimitri. All right, guys. So I was going to do more. I have a video up for like a work thing, but we'll save that for a next show because this story is so diabolical. And we should have told Dimitri to stay because it's crazy.
Okay.
Speaking of crazy people. Okay, so let's get into it. This is a life horror story.
Okay.
Okay. So it starts with I woke up yesterday morning and half my hair was gone.
Oh.
One side hacked into a jagged pixie, the other still hanging past my shoulder. I thought maybe I was sleepwalking or something, but nope. Turns out my mother-in-law snuck into our home while I was sleeping and did it.
No.
Fucking crazy.
Murder. Jail. I'm going to jail.
I confronted my husband, and that's when he dropped the bomb. My mom, she might have done it. Like, she didn't know who did it, what happened, and he's like, my mom might have done it.
No, might have my ass. You know your mom did this. Like, that is crazy.
Apparently, she saw me having lunch with a coworker and decided I was cheating. Never mind that coworker is gay. Diane didn't ask questions. She just took scissors to my hair, her exact words. Maybe now you'll think twice before humiliating my son. I was stunned. Tim said he was horrified, but acted totally clueless. I was devastated. I don't know how she heard that. Like, I guess she heard that and then, I don't know. So the story throws me off where she's saying, I woke up like with like my hair chopped off, but then she heard her say that. But it's still diabolical. So I just kept going. I just kept reading the story.
I mean, to be fair, she might have thought it was a dream or something because you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're deep in it and you're like, eh.
So this morning we confronted Diane together. She rolled her eyes when I said Kyle is gay. Then she muttered something about how they all say that. It was humiliating. I told Tim I want to go no contact with her, but he's torn. His mom versus his wife. I felt so violated and alone. I needed answers and I got them. Hell no, we're going straight no contact. That was the fucking assault.
Okay, but to be fair, she stood 10 toes down and was like, bitch, I did it.
Marissa.
She's a little cheap for that.
That's what you took from this story?
No, I mean, she didn't backpedal. She said, I did what I did, and I said what I said, and these are the consequences of what I put in my head that were the actions. Doesn't make it right, but she stood on that, and I just gotta acknowledge that.
Right? Later that day, Tim admitted that he knew about it.
Oh, hell, divorce.
Worse,
divorce.
He let her in.
Oh, fuck no.
I'm pressing charges against both of them.
I'm murdering both of them. Like, what do you mean you let her in? You knew about this and you let her in? Mm-mm.
He thought I was cheating and said her punishment plan seemed justified.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Oh my God.
I'm so mad.
Cutting my hair. Like, if they cut my hair. No.
I'm burning the house down with him and his mama.
No, I can't. Because later anyhow, he let her into our home while I was sleeping. I felt like I'd been punched. He just kept saying, I was confused. I thought you'd confess.
Girl, that man doesn't love you. That man doesn't want to be with you. That man needs to go back to his mama.
Absolutely. So she says, I packed a bag and left. This wasn't just Diane being unhinged. This was Tim, my husband, believing the worst of me. And instead of talking to me like a human being, he let his mother physically violate me in my sleep. He said it got out of hand, but that doesn't undo what he did. I'm staying with a friend right now. Things got out of. Oh, whoops! I thought she was gonna come in here and cut one hair.
Oh,
what the fuck do you think she was gonna do? What do you mean things got out of hand? Like, you shouldn't have been plotting with your fucking mom.
First of all, who fucking plots at that age with their mom? And like, that's wild. If one of my sons comes to me as a full-grown man, married, and is like, I'm gonna plot with you, get the fuck out of my face.
Like, Mom, I think my wife is cheating on me.
I'm gonna fuck it. Like I gotta take you out, my son. Like I love you, but no. What is crazy?
Then you say, leave her, son. You don't say, fuck it, let's go cut her hair.
I mean, 20-year-old me, maybe. No, but like you say, you know what? You address this with your wife in the morning. You talk about it. Have you had this conversation? You don't go, let's cut the bitch's hair. Like that is in her sleep. Like they didn't. That's the thing that gets me the most is that that's when you're at your most vulnerable because you're like relaxed in your sleep and they just like totally violated this woman.
So she continues, part of me wants to go full scorched earth, report them both. The other of me wants to walk away and never look back. But I keep thinking, if he could do this once, what else is he capable of? What else would he let happen to me in the name of punishment? Right now, I'm leaning towards divorce. I don't know how to come back from this. I don't trust him. I don't even feel safe around him. And as for Diane, she's dead to me. No more talking, no more chances. She crossed the line. No one would ever cross, and Tim let her. I now realize I deserve better. I don't know what healing looks like yet, but I know it won't include them. I know this isn't just about hair. It's about betrayal and about finally choosing myself. Girl, it's not just about choosing yourself. It's about getting the fuck away from those crazy lunatics.
Crazy.
I mean, it's not like I mean, of course she's choosing herself because she's walking away, right? Like, but like she makes it seem like this story is so crazy. And then her saying, I'm choosing myself. It's not like he did, like, I don't know how to like word this correctly without sounding like a
no. But it's like their actions were so egregious to her reaction, just being like, I choose myself. Like, I love that for you, babe, but like
it's not like a spiritual journey that you're
exactly like it feels like your life was in danger, girl. Like
you're not consciously uncoupling.
Yeah, no. This is not like, hey, we went our separate paths. We just didn't fit with each other. This is your life was in danger because the fact that they sat together, planned it. He let her in the house, watched her do that, and then was like, what? My mom. Like that is
I think it was
wild.
My mom. And then to later say, it was my mom. I fucking let her in. I knew she was going to do this.
He needs to go back to his mom and you need to get the fuck away from this man because I cannot believe I cannot believe this is the first unhinged thing that they've done together. Do you know what I mean? Like going from like, hey, I saw her eating lunch, first of all, eating lunch with the opposite sex and immediately she's cheating.
She's like, she's having an afternoon delight and I gotta cut this bitch's locks off. Like, I don't know.
Like, that's wild.
I mean, did this mom want to like Game of Thrones her ass and like cut off all her hair and make her walk down the street while everybody yelled shame? Like, that's nuts. The little bell. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I straight would have filed assault charges and I would have reported. Like I would have called the authorities. Call the cops. That's crazy. That's crazy behavior.
That's insane. That is insane. She needs a restraining order and she needs to move on, divorce immediately because that is absolutely horrifying. If you fucking cut my hair in your sleep, you're dying. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no way.
Things like this make me so happy that I'm a very light sleeper.
Also, that too. How the hell did she sleep through did she cut it with like scissors? Like, that's crazy.
Well, it has to. I mean, that's the fastest action. Like, it can't be a razor blade. Like, sawing that shit off. Like, it was just a straight fucking half cut.
Well, because she said a pixie cut, so I'm assuming it's like close to the. So I was imagining like clippers. Like she went in with like clippers.
That would have woken her ass up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, was it scissors? Was it clippers? Either way, that's crazy. But I have questions. And then I mean, totally not serious question. But do you go confront the woman with the fucked up hairdo?
You
walk
have to.
around?
You have
You walk-
to make your point, Marissa. You can't go get it fixed up looking looking cute. Oh, I mean, after that haircut and then confronting her because that bitch is gonna be like, look, you look so adorable now with your cute pixie cut. I was doing you the favor.
Eek.
I did you the favor, but no, that's crazy. Could you imagine?
Oh no.
No.
That's wild. The fact that he plotted with his mom, let her in. They chopped up this poor girl's hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she woke up, he did the whole I'm gonna clutch my pearls and be like, could have been my mom, maybe, sorta. Just gonna throw that like that's crazy.
Like I would have been like, was it you, Tim? Like, who the fuck? Like, did you cut my fucking hair? Who else would be in the house?
But also he like immediately threw his mom under the bus. So, he's the weak one. You know what I mean? Like in that power dynamic, he's the weak one.
Well, I see the chat is moving more. So what does everybody have to say?
All right. It looks like they agree with me. Katie says divorce immediately. She said divorce.
Assault charges and divorce.
Yeah. Michelle says that's so unhinged that it can't be the only crazy thing that she's done. Absolutely.
No, yeah.
She didn't hesitate at all. Adam says, I think they were Adam was confused because he was like, oh, they don't live in the same house. They thought that they lived in the same house and she just like did that in her sleep. No. Mm-hmm. They didn't live in the same house. Dimitri says, Marissa, I paid for those damn wrestling classes. You do your own dirt. Absolutely. I'm paying that shit for nothing.
I didn't pay for all that equipment for those extra summer school classes for nothing.
Go handle your own business, son. Adam says assault charge and restraining order. Absolutely. Mr. R says so much conviction. Marissa's vein on her forehead is about to pop. I'm just pissed off. Yeah, like that's imagining waking up to half of my hair gone. Rage. I'd see red immediately.
After I fucking saw myself, just, like, I would die. I would die if somebody cut my hair like that.
I'd be on some headline. Like I know someone would die because that's crazy. Adam says my sister cut her own hair while sleepwalking once. She was like 7. Ooh. Yikes.
That's crazy, but she was also 7.
Yeah, she wasn't a full-grown woman with a married son that sneaked into a house to cut someone else's hair. Mr. R says, new cut, who dis? Chappie says, my ex-mother-in-law trimmed my mullet one day when I was drunk. She did a good job. I needed to refresh my style.
But you allowed it. It was
consensual. Yeah.
You gave consent.
Katie says they could have avoided all this drama if the husband decided to talk to his wife about his concerns instead of jumping to conclusions and letting his mother do that to her. Absolutely. Mr. R says, mom is into witchcraft. That lock of hair is stapled to a goat. Well, I don't care how much. She better be able to run. That goat
I'm like, that goat head's gonna end up on her bedside, is what I'm saying.
She's gonna wake up in it. Like that's what's gonna happen. And then there's that, oh hell no, Amanda.
That's nuts, guys. I would die if somebody did that to me, but that's it. That's the show.
Oh my goodness. That was a wild story. People talk to each other. Like if you're in a relationship, please talk to each other. Don't go assuming things.
Always very little communication in 90% of these stories that we read.
Yep.
I don't understand.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we are at the top of our hour, Era.
I know. Look at us finishing on time.
I know. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate you. We appreciate your time. If you want to collab with us, if you want to jump on and share your stories, give your opinion about any of the stories that we share, I always put the link in the chat, so feel free to jump on. Thanks, Dimitri, for jumping on today and sharing your story.
We love that. You guys can always jump on. We totally love that. We love for you guys to come in and spiral with us and add your 2 cents. And we don't look like the crazies all the time.
Yeah. We love that. So please do. If you want to collaborate with us on anything else, on the morning after, or anything else, please DM us at our Instagram handle, and that is
at I Hate It Here HQ.
All right. Erika, any housekeeping items?
No, that's it. We'll be back next Thursday, and make sure jump on to Kaleo is going on air in, well, he should be on right now.
Yeah.
So that's WRSE podcast. So make sure you all jump on and give him some support.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears. Erika and Marissa have seen it all, from cubicle fights to the bathroom stall balls. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, from the break room drama to the bosses here. We hate it here, oh, we hate it here, so grab a seat, it's horror premiere. Office gossip, printer jams, management schemes, and toxic plans. Your job's a joke, oh, we can relate. Welcome to work life, the thing we all hate. Erika and Marissa, your workplace queens, sharing nightmares straight from the scenes. We hate it here, yeah, we hate it here, but at least we can laugh through the tears.